Hola y bienvenidos a una nueva entrega de Vamos a jugar a Dragon Age Origins, que creo que ya estábamos casi en la recta final. Así que nos encontraremos con esto en nada. Y vamos a cargar la última partida, llamada Dinerín, por razones evidentes. Teníamos todavía que entregar la quest de la Light Moon, donde habíamos conseguido ya las cenizas de la ruina sagrada. Una de las cenizas sagradas. Aquí tenemos.
Crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better. Dwarven crafts.
Probablemente no, pero quiero mirar si podemos encontrar algo. Sargento Kylon, Lizel, Fay del aprendiz. Vale, estábamos buscando eso de Leliana. Vamos a activarlo. Leliana cree que los asesinos que os habéis encontrado los enviaba Marjolaine, su antigua mentora. Tenéis la dirección de una casa de la parte occidental del barrio mercantil de Nerin. Y Leliana quiere ir a verla en cuanto visites la ciudad. Puede que allí encontréis respuestas. Vale, aquí vamos a buscarla y, por cierto, voy a controlar que no estemos no emitiendo. Que no sería la primera vez que pasa. Yo diría que seguramente estamos emitiendo, pero... Ok, sí, estamos emitiendo. Perfecto. Estamos de emisión. Fantástico. Y vamos a ver si encontramos la casa. Vemos la capilla. Contrato del asesino. Aquí está.
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Creo que la casa debe estar seguramente aquí. ¡Wala! Ahí empezamos bien. Hemos empezado fantásticamente bien. A por ellos. Fantástico. Una trampa de ácido. Muy bien.
Liliana! Ah, so lovely to see you again, my dear. Spare me the pleasantries. I know you're... Oh, you must excuse the shabby accommodations. I try to be a good host, but you see what I have to work with. This country smells like wet dog everywhere. I cannot get the smell out. Even now it is in my hair, my clothes. Ugh.
Creo que Creo que a Arcadia no le ha gustado tu apreciación, señora. Tu apreciación barra disgusto, barra chanza, barra insulto. Fereldeña no huele a perro mojado. Ni siquiera los lavamos.
Of course, you don't notice it. You wallow in the muck with your beasts so much, you are used to their scent. I am not here to discuss Ferelden's odor, Marjolaine. You framed me, had me caught, and tortured. I thought that in Ferelden I would be free of you, but it seems I am not. What happened to make you hate me so? Why do you want me dead so badly? Dead? Nonsense. I know you, my Liliana. I know what you are capable of. 4 or 5 men you can dispatch easily. They were sent to give you cause to come to me. And see, here you are.
Podrías haber enviado una carta.
Ignore what she says. She's lying. I know how she works. What are you up to, Marjolaine? Why are you in Ferelden? In truth, You have knowledge that you can use against me. For my own safety, I cannot let you be. It is you think I did not know where you were? Did you think I would not watch, my Liliana? What is she up to, I thought? The quiet life, the peasant clothes, hair ragged and messy like a boy. This is not her. You were planning something, I told myself, so I watched. But no letters were sent, no messages, you barely spoke to anyone. Clever, Liliana, very clever. You almost had me fooled. But then, you left the chantry so suddenly. What conclusion should I draw? You tell me.
You think I left because of you? You think I still have some plan for revenge? You are insane, paranoid.
Ni siquiera sabía que existías hasta hace nada. Y me está ayudando a los guardias grises, eso es todo.
Oh, is that what you think? If I were you, I would believe nothing she says. Not a one. She will use you. You look at her and you see a simple girl, a friend, trusting and warm. It is an act.
I am not you, Marjolaine. I left because I didn't want to become you.
Oh, but you are me. You cannot escape it. No one will understand you the way I do, because we are one and the same. Do you know why you were a master manipulator, Liliana? It is because you enjoyed the game. You reveled in the power it gave you. You cannot change or deny this.
Acabemos con ella de una vez y vayámonos.
You will not threaten me or my friends again, Marjolaine. I want you out of my life forever.
Está diciendo que te largues.
Leave Ferelden. Go back to Arle and never return. What you do is no longer my concern.
I see. I will go, for now. But you carry a dangerous secret of mine, Liliana. It is not over. Not for us.
She's gone. I don't know what to think. She said it wasn't over. No, she was lying. She won't come back. I need some time to myself. We will talk later.
Vale, perfecto. Pues esto lo hemos acabado ya. Al menos por ahora. Oh, mira, hay un cofre. Copia de manuscrito. Arco. Oh. Estos son cosas muy molonas. Hostia, qué escudo. Pero qué escudo es este. Uf. Madre mía, qué pedazo de equipo. Vamos a mirar a ver qué puedes llevar. Con 60, así que más 3, daño más 3. Habilidad al apuntar. Ok. Vale. Pues así, no sé si hay algo más. Hueso. El del soldado. Alistair. 313. No sé qué decirte. Esto no me acaba de molar. El escudo pesado de metal, a lo mejor sí. Da más armadura. Ok.
It's done.
Vamos a ver si nos ha acabado la armadura. Habíamos dejado a... ¡Hey! Hola.
You're here about your order? I am very, very pleased to say it's done.
And it's garbage. I wouldn't let a festering swine wear it.
Wade, it's amazing. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Are you blind as well as stupid? The leg guards are too tight. It'll chafe. The dye isn't even... Look here. I see a splotch. It's garbage, I say.
It's fine. Truly. It's a work of art. Here, wear it well. Now kindly leave.
A ver. Botas de hueso de dragón de Wade. Oh. 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 Vamos a ver. Cuero de Draco de Wade. Oh. Oh, mamá. A la Diana le va a ir de coña. 9. Bueno. Guanteletes de cuero de dragón de Blake. Vamos a ver si hay alguna otra cosa.
Did you bring more scales? I want to try again. I've learned so much.
Wade, please leave the customer alone. How can I help you?
Tengo más escamas de Draco.
You must be kidding. We're done. No.
Heren, more scales. I can make another set.
Dear Andraste, no.
I've been thinking every night about what I'd do different. It's all in my head. Dear Heren, don't worry. I can make it faster this time.
You can?
You worry too much. Just give me the scales, friend, and I'll have my finest work for you.
Y estas las escamas.
I'll just close the shop until he's done. Thank you so much. Rotten bastard.
I will never get...
Podría intentar hacer una visita a Golana, ahora que estoy aquí. Vamos a probar de nuevo.
Something I can help with?
Quiero hablarte de algo.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Nada, no importa. Vale, no puedo hablar con ella. Mira, sí que está. Pero
What's on your mind?
no puedo hablar con ella. Me pongo a hablar con... Estaba pensando en eso de ser guardia gris.
Is something troubling you?
Todo el mundo espera tanto de mí.
No one said it would be easy. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
No me rindo fácilmente.
And that gives me hope.
Vamos a hablar con Alistair.
Something you need, my dear?
He tenido otros sueños sobre el archidemonio.
Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
Probablemente tengas razón.
You know how some people want to be right all the time? Me, not so much. I guess one thing is certain, at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
No, no puedo hablar con ella, así que nos vamos. Vamos a hacer una transición de área. Así.
We're closed. Oh, it's you.
The Drake scale armor is done. And it's, well, decent. Few things I'm rather proud of. And it didn't take as long as I feared. Odd.
You'd better be very proud, Wade. We can't afford any more flights of fancy.
I feel good, actually. I wouldn't mind working on Lord such-and-such's armor today.
We'll see how long this lasts. Here's your armor. Now please leave.
¿Cómo es ahora? Ti, tiri, tiri, ti, ti. Bueno, son bastante mejores. Estos son 9, destreza más 2, mira, resistencia al fuego 50%. No está mal. Vamos a ello.
Welcome. Oh, it's you. Please leave. And if you have any more scales, you can shove them.
Pues la verdad es que traigo unas escamas de dragón.
You just don't know when to quit.
Why so glum, Erin? Today is a glorious day. Today, I make dragon scale armor.
I feel just giddy.
¿Cuánto tiempo te llevará?
Now, I've dreamed of what I would do every night. It's in my head in perfect clarity. It will be the work of hours.
What? You're serious?
Absolutely. The only question is what type of armor. Dragon scale is marvelous, flexible and tough. I could make a lighter set of dragon skin armor, heavy dragon scale armor, or dragon bone plate. What interests you?
Quiero una armadura. La coraza de hueso de dragón.
Excellent, excellent. Now don't move. There you go. My life's work, that is.
You did it so fast.
Of course, Erin. Have some faith. I am a master armorer, you know.
Miracles never cease. But you're not welcome here anymore.
I need a sabbatical. Maybe someplace warm.
I hate my life.
Muy bien, pues tenemos una nueva armadura. Y a ver qué es lo que hay. Coraza de huesos de dragón de Wade. Armadura 2188. Toma ya. Oh, sí, nos lo cargamos ayer. De hecho, ahora mismo llevo su armadura. Llevo sus escamas. Y ahora la coraza de sangre de dragón evidentemente se tiene que ir a otra parte. 38, no.
It will be done.
Vale, nos vamos al campamento ya. Hemos acabado con dinero.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
¿Cuándo te desmayaste?
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. You spoke to Petra, did you not? She told you I saved her from a demon. I did, but I did not survive that encounter.
En ese caso, la muerte está tardando en hacer su trabajo, ¿no?
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
Vale, y no hemos de... Entonces no llegaste a estar completamente muerta. Estás viva, ¿cuál es el problema?
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
¿Cuánto más perdurará el espíritu?
I do not know. I can feel when the spirit weakens, so I should have fair warning. But come, let us not talk about this. There is time yet.
Vale, pues ahora que ya tenemos todo esto, vamos a ver... Espérate, antes de vender, vamos a pasar el resto de las armaduras a los compañeros. Como por ejemplo los de Bran. Que... No tiene suficiente fuerza para llevar la mayor parte de los guanteletes de dragón. Porque requiere fuerza. Y no tiene fuerza. Bueno, las botas de cuero tacho no las podemos vender. Y un montón de cosas más.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Vale. Cuero de Draco de Wade. Vale, el escudo de Kylan. Falta el rey verdadero. Hay algunas cosas que molan más, pero... Hola Martín, ¿qué tal? Guanteletes de hueso de dragón de Wade. Les 13. Vamos a ver a quién le puedo dar las cosas. Vale. Botas de hueso de dragón de Wade. Y llevamos el set de hueso de dragón. Vamos muy acorazados. No mucho. Alistair. A ver qué podemos poner. Quebra de Kailan. Armadura de sangre de dragón. No. Llevo cosas mejores. Llevo cosas mejores. Estoy mirando a ver si puedo reasignar cosas. Creo que no. No. Pues vamos al siguiente. Leliana. No. Botas de piel de Draco superior de Wade. Vale. Vale. Destreza más 2. Llevo cosas mejor. La sombra del imperio, por lo de Draco. Sí, es bastante buena. Sten. A ver. Guanteletes de Gailan. A ver. Estos guanteletes ya están bien. Guanteletes de Coloso están mejor que estos. Esto es 3.25. Es que claro, esto es 3.25. Botas de curso de dragón de Wade. Mejor las que llevo. Armadura masiva enana. No. 3.13. Ni por un pelo. Por un pelo son mejores las que llevo. Guanteletes de piel de dragón. Son mejores, es mejor la que llevo. Vale. Y la armadura. Esta es mejor. Pero por un pelo, ¿eh? Vale, Zebran. Zebran no puede llevar nada. Morrigan, nada. Sí, vale, pues ya está. Creo que con esto ya lo tenemos todo. A veces esto del inventario es un rollo. A ver, honor de los exteriores, espada cerrada. 10.50. Pena larga, 27 magia. Vale, pues esto creo que ya lo podemos vender todo. Botas de hueso de dragón. Esto ya no lo quiere nadie. Yo creo que ya esto nos lo podríamos quitar. Vamos a... Pero en lugar de tirarlo, vamos a hacer un montón de cataplasmas. Que es un poco lo que tendríamos que...
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along. I'm sure...
A ver qué me hace falta para los cataplasmas. Agentes de destilación. Y para los de... Para superior, agente de concentración. Vale.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed.
Ya podemos hacernos cataplasmas. Pero a montones, además.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Deja ver tus gracias, venga. Destilación. Hala. Pues hala, a ver, vamos a hacer unas cuantas más. Vale, tengo pociones de delirio superiores. Yo creo que con esto voy a hacer comida de me vale también. Y creo que con esto yo creo que ya tenemos suficiente. Las creativas menores podríamos hacer alguna. Ya la. Y ahora vamos a ir a dejar el alijo.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
¿Dónde hoy? Ah, estaba pegando una pedazo de vuelta, ¿no? Por lo que se ve.
Yes.
Hala, pues vamos a ir dejando cosas. Mira, los guanteletes del coloso y estos 38, 38. Mira, los guanteletes estos de armadura masiva enana, creo que los podemos vender.
What can I do for you, Warden?
Vamos a ver tus mercancías.
Certainly.
Oh, vamos a modificarlo superior. Y
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
a ver qué más le puedo vender a este caballero. Pegadores de empujones, potate huesos de dragón de weight. Escudo de Kylan yo creo que ya se puede vender. Sí, se puede vender. Vale, yo creo que ya estamos. Nos podemos pirar. Y nos vamos a ir al castillo. Y ya podemos continuar las quests. Que ya tocaba. Hemos tirado 3/4 de hora. Rodeando el tema. Oh, otro combate. Otro combate. Qué raro. ¿No? ¿O sí?
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire!
These are vile and tainted creatures.
Vámonos de aquí, antes de que nos revienten. He dicho que nos vayamos de aquí. Venga. Vamos a curar a Alistair, cariño, que se están matando.
As you say. It will be done. Yes.
La cuestión es que estas criaturas, para ser tan pintadas y tal, tienen que tener una cierta ciclado de civilización, porque la metalurgia no sale de cualquier parte. Se necesitan ciertos conocimientos. No sé que se utilice magia, claro. La magia es el gran ecualizador. ¡Hey! Arcadia. Dominio Mavari. Me habría marcado esta área como su territorio. Lo comenta la agresividad y la tenacidad del sabueso a la hora de defenderlo. La gente se deja ir los huesos de todo. Oh, buenas, Serpers.
It is good you resolved this demon business. Now we must either revive the Arl or allow Bantegan to take his place.
You return. Might you have news?
He encontrado la... ¿Cuál es el estado del Imon?
Unchanged, I'm afraid. We've tried more magical healing, but nothing works. As time passes, I become more and more convinced the urn might be our only hope.
He encontrado la urna.
You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it. This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, I know you did what you had to. I grieve for Isolde, but I believe that had you not acted as you did, it might have been far worse.
Claro que
I
sí.
am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
Necesito vuestra ayuda contra la ruina. Con eso me basta.
I understand, but regardless of your motivations, I feel you are worthy of a reward. I would like to honor your efforts. Nothing more.
¿Cómo deseéis?
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a staff that belonged to Isolde's grandfather, himself a mage, I understand. It will serve far better in your hands.
Os lo agradezco vuestra gracia.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Cailan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
¿Y qué proponéis entonces?
We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn.
¿Entonces vais a rendiros?
No, not at all. Loghain is responsible for heinous crimes, and I intend to see him pay. But our armies must be reserved for the Darkspawn, not for each other. I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
¿Pretendéis presentar a Alistair como candidato al trono?
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
que impide a Logain atacar Risco Rojo.
Why do you think he had me poisoned? He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly. If I call for a landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations. I'm sure he'd rather I died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened.
¿Qué opciones tengo?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Logain. But even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Logain.
Perhaps Logain gambles on this attitude. That everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
¿Crees que la idea de la asamblea pueda surgir efecto?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Logain either. Does that mean Logain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
¿Y si apoyáramos a Logain?
I hope that's a joke.
I hope it does not come to that. If you are suggesting surrender, consider that he has already sought your death. You think he will spare you, knowing what you know?
¿Y los engendros tenebrosos?
Ferelden must stand united to defeat the Darkspawn. A fractured nation will not defeat the Blight, even given my army and those gathered with your treaties.
¿No sería más fácil matar a Logain sin más?
I'm not sure that would help our cause. We would become the criminals, and our accusations would become excuses. Furthermore, I'm not even certain where Logain might be.
¿Y si lo venciéramos en el campo de batalla?
Unless we convince some of Logain's allies to abandon him, that's not likely to happen. Our army is not large enough. As a Grey Warden, you may gather allies to you, but we need those forces to face the Darkspawn, not to battle against our own.
Digo que adelante con nuestro... Bueno, no tenemos muchas alternativas. Adelante con nuestro plan.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I have done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
El ritual fue idea suya y no intentó engañarnos.
But is he attempting to worm his way out of a bad situation? Or is he truly repentant for what he has done? And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained.
A ver. Este señor ha provocado todo el problema. Es un viejo colega. Hemos hecho pacto. Venga, dejad que se vaya al círculo, que lo que hace si lo desea.
That I cannot do. He is a Maleficar, and I cannot unleash him on a land already racked by war and chaos. I am sorry. Jowan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord. And goodbye, my friend.
Now, back to the matter of the landsmeet. We should head to Denerim as soon as possible. I can delay that, however, if you have other plans. I would prefer not giving Logain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me.
Salgamos hacia Denerim. Venga.
Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim. and may the Maker watch over us.
Estamos muy preparados ya para Denerim, así que... Y bueno, ya con esto creo que nos vamos ya directamente a la recta final.
Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The blight is why I'm here. With Calen dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies.
Si tenemos en cuenta lo ocurrido en Ostagar, puede que necesitamos un general mejor.
And who is this, Eamon? Some new stray you picked up on the road? And here I thought it was only royal bastards you played the nursemaid to.
Well, you're admitting the royal part. That's a start.
Hey. Soy amiga de Alistair, vuestro legítimo rey.
You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the Landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, since Urien's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. The Regent has been generous to those who prove loyal.
Ser un adorador parece que resulta provechoso en estos tiempos.
Don't interrupt, Churl. Your betters are talking.
Enough, Carthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne.
¿Qué esfuerzos pueden haber cuando proscribir los guardias grises?
Calen depended on the Grey Warden's prowess against the Darkspawn, and look how well that ended. Let us speak of reality rather than tall tales. Stories will not save us.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon.
¿Por qué hace esto?
Maker knows. Perhaps he's gone mad. I would have imagined pigs would fly before Loghain MacTyr would turn against our king.
¿Hace mucho que conocéis a Logain?
My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Logain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle, and the farmer's son. When Logain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy, but he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying.
Es como si la admiraras.
He made us a free people once more. You can't know what it was like to grow up as a vassal in your own land, while poncy little Orlesians minced around in their silks. I would never have believed he would do anything but what was best for Ferelden. We need eyes and ears in the city. Logain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the landsmeet then.
Oh. Nuevo nivel, códice actualizado. Al Emon Guerrin. No se puede entender la nobleza sin obligaciones. Todo lo que tenemos nuestra tierra y nuestras vidas se los debemos a nuestra gente. El Alemon es el tío materno y uno de los consejeros más cercanos del rey Kylan. Risco Rojo, aunque no es una zona grande ni especialmente rica de Ferelden, se encuentra en una ubicación estratégica. La fortaleza protege un paso occidental que conduce a Orleis y la mayor ruta comercial con Ozamar. Aunque Emon no es uno de los hombres más carismáticos, es muy respetado. El rey King, qué redundancia, ¿no? Lo describió como un hombre que todos piensan bien cuando se acuerdan de pensar en él. Cayó preso en una misteriosa enfermedad que ni siquiera la magia podía sanar. No se trataba de una... Ah, vale, esto es lo que me está actualizando, lo que está pasando. Misión completada. Reunir el ejército, unificar Ferelden, reunir un ejército que pronto se convocará a la gran asamblea. Está reunido con el Al Emon y Denerim para asistir. Ya, vale. Oh, tenemos algo más. Desactualizado. Otra vez. Pináculo. Castillo de Pináculo sigue en pie desde la era divina, cuando no era un Baron independiente, sino nada más que un puesto avanzado del creciente Baron de Amalacín. En los tiempos anteriores a la propia Amalacín fueron Arling. El reducto de Pináculo estaba en origen a cargo de la familia Elstan, primos de los Howe. Sin embargo, en la era de las Torres, el Ban Corovar Elstan fue asesinado por su esposa Flemeth. Oh. Lo que supuso el final... Uy, qué raro, Flemeth otra vez. Lo que puso fin al linaje. El capitán de la guardia de Conobar, Sarin Kousland, se quedó con las tierras y el título. Los Kousland se declararon independientes de Amalacín y se libró una guerra que duraría 30 años. Al final de la contienda, Pináculo se alzó victorioso y teniendo en su dominio la mitad de las tierras que habían pertenecido a la Amalacín sudoccidental. Pináculo se convirtió en un Teirnir durante la Edad Oscura, cuando Hyla Kousland unió a los señores bajo su bandera para expulsar a los hombres lobo de sus tierras, lo cual le valió el título de Teirna casi de inmediato. Hoy en día, Pináculo es uno de los dos Teirnirs que quedan, lo que lo convierte a la familia Cornwall con el poder más importante después del rey. El Al Howe de Amalacín ha sido proclamado nuevo Teirn de Pináculo en circunstancias un tanto cuestionables, y en la actualidad el destino de la familia Kousland es incierto. Y misión actualizada. La Gran Asamblea. Prepárate para la Gran Asamblea. Has llegado a Denerim para la Gran Asamblea. Lord Emon quiere reunir a los nobles para elegir un nuevo rey y que dirigirá Ferelden contra la ruina. Sin embargo, Logain siguen siendo vuestra gran preocupación y tenéis un largo camino por recorrer antes de hacerle frente. Mantén informado a Emon de tus avances. Normalmente suele estar en el salón, en el piso superior de la casa. Vale, y tenemos un nuevo nivel. Y lo vamos a usar para... Bueno, en principio tampoco tenemos que subir mucho. Oh. ¿Ya no subimos características? ¿Ya solo hechizos? Pues vale. Soy un maléfica. Hola, sirviente.
His lordship didn't bring Lady Isolde with him. I wonder why.
Hola, doncella.
His lordship sends no notice he's coming, and now the house is full of guests. Andraste preserve us, this will be the death of me.
Hola, sí.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
Tengo algunas preguntas.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Así que sigamos.
On then. Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
Quizá, pero creo que el de enano a lo mejor también. Porque lo de Orzamar, por ejemplo, se queda muy cojo. Tengo algunas preguntas.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Así que eres una hembra, no tenía ni idea.
I did not think it needed to be said. It has never told me what gender it is, has it?
Soy una mujer.
Good for it. I am sure that to other creatures as soft and weak as itself, that would be perfectly obvious. The truth is that whatever gender I was is irrelevant now. I am a golem. I have no gender. It will not become an issue.
Yo soy también una mujer, me parece magnífico.
Ah, yes. Female bonding and all that. Rah. Now, let us crush something soft and watch it fountain blood. That is a girlish thing to want to do, yes?
Miguela, a ver. Hola.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Earl's sitting room.
¿Eres de Deneri?
No, I'm from Redcliffe. Lady Isolde brought me here to be her chambermaid last spring. I've family here, though. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen standing about. The housekeeper will have my head. Good day.
As you say.
Oh, el Banon. A ver. El Banon, el valle central de Ferelden siempre ha sido paradójico. Ningún ban por sí solo tiene más de unas cuantas decenas de leguas de tierra cultivable, y aún así gobiernan juntos un territorio mayor que el de todos los Tens y Alts combinados. Este grupo de bans independientes es conocido como el Banon, y es el corazón de la política fereldeña. Nadie se ha sentado nunca en el trono de Ferelden sin haber conseguido previamente la aprobación del Banon. La reina Fionn, que tuvo la desgracia de subir al trono el 18º año de la reina de la Era del Acero, escribió sobre el Banon. Este año se han librado 3 guerras por fugas de amantes, 5 por la lana y 1 por un manzano. Y aún no ha llegado el invierno. ¿Quién iba a decir que estos mismos bans, que ahora intentan acabar unos con otros con tanto ahínco, son los mismos que se unieron hace justo un año para coronarme? Hola, Arcadia. Hola, Sten.
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do. You called.
Claro, solo lo que has mencionado.
Speak, then.
Suficiente
Then I
palabra.
suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised.
¿Ferelden te parece muy extraño?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Our farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Los cunares nunca cambiáis de papel, la verdad.
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
Podría ser más feliz.
Happiness is fragile. Nothing can be built upon it that will last. Only duty endures.
¿No crees que la felicidad sea importante?
You can learn to find it in doing your duty, in serving your people. There is no need to search for it. Shall we move on?
¿Hay algo que te guste de Ferelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
¿Galletas?
Yes. We have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied.
Lo tendré presente.
Shall we move on?
Adelante.
As you wish.
Hola, más 11. Más 11 con esto por lo de las galletas. Hola, Morgan.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire. What comes, my friend?
Quiero preguntarte algo.
So, full of questions, are you?
Ahora que Fereldeña está muerta, ¿y ahora qué?
Now I have enough time to study Mother's grimoire to find a way to prevent her from stealing my body in the future. For she will be back. One day, I have no doubt of that. And if I cannot protect myself, one day I will track her down again in whatever body she inhabits, and she will die again and again if need be. But there is no need to think of such things now. I have you to thank for saving me, so let us return to the task of dealing with the Darkspawn, no?
Ay. Tengo que darte las gracias por salvarme, así que volvemos a la tarea de encargarnos de los agentes tenebrosos. Esperaba que dijeras eso.
Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done.
Espérate. ¿Qué ha pasado algo en esta conversación?
If one more servant... What comes, my friend? So, full of questions. Now, for she... And if I... But there is no need to think of such things now.
Sabes que si me puedes confiar en mí, ¿verdad?
I have you to thank. You... Too much could happen in days to come to make such promises. Yet, I am grateful. Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable.
La verdad es que esperaba sábanas de seda cada y uvas caramelizadas.
Why don't we ensure Loghain won't have us all executed first, and worry about how to celebrate later? This is Elena. She's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
¿Por qué nos pide ayuda ahora?
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself.
¿Estás diciendo que la reina cree que Loghain ha matado a Kailan?
My queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Loghain, he is very subtle, no? But when and how, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to how? A visit from the queen to the new Isle of Denrum is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers.
Ajá. Supongo. ¿Y qué ha dicho?
Things no decent person would repeat. He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room.
Oh. ¿Y luego él lo permite?
King Kellen was like a son to him, and Loghain left him to die. Does he love Enora more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard Hal say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Owl Eamon.
¿Loghain sería capaz de matar a su propia hija para culpar a Irmon?
We may have no choice but to trust Enora. The Queen is well loved. If Loghain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
Sí, tenemos que ayudarla.
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new girls every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Tenemos que rescatar a la reina de Denerim. O la reina de Fereldeña. Meditaciones y oda a las abejas. Oh gentil damisela del jardín, arlesa de la madre selva y la rosa. Humildemente suplico tu gracioso perdón por la ofensa que aquí tuvo lugar. Tu labor ha de ser demasiado vital para que la interrumpa alguien como yo. Derecho no tengo ninguno a llamar la atención de la abeja. Estúpido fui al arrancar esa flor, para mi gentil señora, por mi honor. Juro traerte docenas en una hora, si lo tienes a bien. Escucha, viajero, si alguna primavera huellas los senderos ajardinados. Ten cuidado de no agravies los jardineros que pican. Alistair.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
Tengo algunas preguntas.
Of course.
Porque seguiste con lo que está empleado si debas la capilla.
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Y era que los templarios llevabais armaduras pesadas.
That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
Ajá, asumo que has participado en muchas guerras de almohadas, ¿no?
On Confession Day, we could go all night. Being a Templar isn't all about chasing men in skirts and hiding behind priests, you know. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
La verdad es que... Entonces invéntate algo más interesante.
You know, I like the way you think. But I guess if you're really curious, there's no harm in obliging. I have a couple of interesting-looking moles I can show you later, too, if you're interested. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eman had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
¿Qué es lo que disfrutabas?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
La torre del círculo de hechiceros fue mi hogar durante mucho tiempo.
But it's not your home anymore, right? You can never go back for good. I think I understand how you feel. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good, either way.
Eso suponiendo que sobrevivamos.
You're right. Best to concentrate on what we have to do right now.
Morrigan, vale. Y otro cofre aquí que no puedo abrir.
lordship sends no notice he's coming, and now the house is full of guests. And Dreste preserve us, this will be the death of me. The Redcliffe servants are intolerable. I don't care if their household is 10 times the size of ours. They're visitors here. They should show some manners.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas. What say you?
¿Te importa responder algunas preguntas?
By all means.
Cuéntame más acerca de tus aventuras.
Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
Si quieres por mí, cantada.
No, I'll not inflict that upon you just yet. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Osrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
¿Mataste a un príncipe?
Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Osrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Osrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
Oh, ¿eso es habitual en Antigua?
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
Oh, ¿qué hiciste?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Fereldeña, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in the river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
Wow, tienes mucha suerte. Continúa. Mucha.
It's true. I live a charmed life. One of the prostitutes that raised me was a fortune teller. Said I wouldn't die young. She was rather startled by that. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Hey, hola. Hola, Retro Control Boy. Inquisition, no el Dragon Age Inquisition. El Inquisition no me acuerdo si lo he jugado. Hey. Hola, Liena.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with?
¿Qué sabes de este lugar?
Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes? This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people.
Cambiemos de tema.
Something I can help with?
Quiero hablarte de algo.
Yes? What's on your mind?
¿No antes eras trovador errante? ¿Conoces alguna historia?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself.
Inquisition no me suena.
Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Ah, pues... Nalu, creo que las botas ya se las había dado. Háblame de los engendros tenebrosos.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead,
the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Vale, mejor. Quería oír otra historia.
Which one?
¿Sabes algo sobre los Dalisianos?
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
No duró mucho.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
Oh, claro, los Dalisianos son los de los valles. Ok, mejor sigamos. Interesante. Oh, ¿quién eres tú?
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
Hola. Hola,
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
¿Por qué el espíritu decidió ayudarte?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
Debías ser una... ¿Y los demonios qué?
I could sense the demons, too, and their presence frightened me. It was the kindly spirits of the Fade that took the fear from me. I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Oh. ¿Los espíritus como ese observan a la gente?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
Au, eres muy afortunada.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
Así que ese espíritu de la fe es tu protector personal. Y también en tu lucha contra el demonio de Petra.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
El haga que pienses que viajar conmigo merece la pena.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare her for the task that is yet before her. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger wagging.
Eso sí será algo digno de ver.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
His lordship sends no notices.
Por cierto, ahora que estoy, vamos a ver los regalitos. Yo tengo regalitos por aquí, claro. Cuarzo, cristal de hielo roto. No tengo nada para regalar ahora mismo. Oh, un bastón de encantador. ¿Pero qué es?
Coming in now, the house is full of guests. And dressed in preserves, it will be the death of me.
What you need?
Quiero que te marches, no. Me gustaría saber más cosas sobre ti.
What about?
Entonces, a lo mejor ya hablaremos en otra ocasión.
All right.
Hablaremos luego.
Aye, all right then.
Es tan pequeño que... Vale.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Rescate de la reina, suelto. La petición de Fasil, desaparición en acción. El talón del 14 fue una recompensa. La petición de Fasil, rescate de la reina. Esto es la cocina.
You know, I've heard about the Orlesian bards.
Who hasn't? They are quite famous after all.
The stories I heard were a little racier. It had to do with how a bard assassinated her target, how they were lulled into complacency.
If those stories were true, who would ever agree to entertain a bard in their court?
Oh, I don't know. There's a certain allure to danger, isn't there? And besides, you couldn't all be assassins, could you? I'd take my chances. If the stories were true, that is.
We had rules about that sort of thing. Strict rules.
Such as? You're not going to tell me, are you?
Let's just say I had plenty of reasons to join the chantry, shall we? And leave it at that.
Vamos a ver qué tenemos por aquí. Capilla, casa de Goldana, emporio de Wade, taberna, maravillas de Cedas. Nos vamos aquí. Tenemos aquí casa del del Risco Rojo.
And so here is the mighty Grey Warden at long last. The crows send their greetings once again. And where is Zevran? I don't see him with you. How very disappointing.
Zevran que ha muerto.
Don't bother. I know very well he travels with you.
Here I am, Taliesin. Tell me, were you sent, or did you volunteer for the job?
Oh ho! And he makes an appearance. I volunteered, of course. When I heard that the great Zevran had gone rogue, I simply had to see it for myself.
Is that so? Well, here I am, in the flesh.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake.
Zevran ya nos necesita.
No? Does Zevran need to live?
I suspect I will manage just fine, Taliesin. I'm sorry, my old friend, but the answer is no. I'm not coming back. And you should have stayed in Antiva.
Vale, Zevran tiene que entrar, así que...
Yes.
Alistair.
Yes.
Vale, pues vamos a ello. Pues sí que nos han metido una buena paliza.
And where is Zevran? I don't see him with you.
Here.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you.
Yes.
Yes.
Por ahí. Por cierto, no puedo subir de nivel ahora, así que... Vaya palizón que me están metiendo. No sé, uno de esos encuentros.
Trap right ahead. So here is the mighty Grey Ward. And where is Zevran? I don't see him with you.
Here.
You can return with me, Zevran.
Yes.
Yes.
Vale, vamos a cogernos todos de la manita. Nos vamos a ir para atrás. ¡Ah, para atrás! ¡Nos vamos! Joder, cuánta gente. Vale. Pues ahora que estamos todos aquí, reunidos como hermanos. Vale. Pues ahora vamos a hostiar a la gente por turnos. Oh, Alistair, tío. Hostias que me meten. Mitad del grupo muerto, pero bueno, hemos sido mejor que la última vez, ¿eh?
Of course. Trap. right ahead. Trap right ahead.
And so here is the mighty... And where is Zevran? I don't see him with... You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't...
And...
Yes.
Yes.
Vámonos de aquí rápidamente. Venga. Vale. Madre mía, vaya palizas que me están petiendo, tío. A ver. Vale. A ver. Hay muchos que están de esto, así que vamos a meterle a... A este. Vale. Oh. Bueno, Zebran ha muerto, pero no pasa nada. Esto ya está hecho.
Let's do this.
Hay dos más por aquí. Vale.
As you say.
¿No puedo levantarlo, por cierto?
Immediately.
Es lo que tengo por aquí. Rejuvenecer en masa. Terremoto.
I shall do so. Immediately.
Oh, mira, vienen dos asesinos más. Y ya está, creo.
And there it is. Taliesin is dead. And I am free of the crows. They will assume that I am dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will not seek me out.
Tampoco es... Pues la verdad es que no creo que no puedo revivirlo. ¿Y qué significa eso?
I do not know. It seems I have options now, whereas once I had none. I have enjoyed our company, but I am wondering if it is not time for me to leave. That would be the practical thing to do, no? There is a freedom awaiting me that I have never known. But I suppose the decision is yours. Will you let me go?
¿No quieres quedarte con los tesoros? ¿Por los tesoros?
All right. You make a convincing argument. You do seem to stumble onto treasure on a regular basis somehow. Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes?
Muy bien, pues... Dinerito...
Yes.
Juraría que teníamos, por cierto, una habilidad. No sé si de espíritu sanador. Ahora purificadora. Oh. Pegadores de empujones. Botas de huesos de dragón de Wade. Oh, tiene una subida de nivel todavía. Ah, claro, porque me faltan dos. Festín de los caídos.
I shall do so.
Es la desactivación. Bueno. Tampoco pasa nada. Arco darlo, Lisiano. Por cierto, ya que estamos con lo de los arcos. Joder, mago. Creo que ya el que llevo, creo que ya está bastante bien. Pues nos vamos. Casa del Alto de Denerim exterior. Espera un segundo. Que no quiero ir con esta señora. Y no quiero ir con Zebran ahora mismo. Se me fastidia un poco la distribución del grupo. Así que volvemos a salir. Ahora, Leliana.
Yes.
Yes.
Vamos al de Denerim.
The servant's entrance is on the other side of the house. We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Al-How is inside.
¿Fuego está aquí?
Yes, and wherever he goes, a great many guards go with him.
¿Para qué se ha congregado esta multitud?
The estate is in poor repair. The new Al, he has not been very prompt in paying his workmen. I will be right behind you.
Nor will the stonemasons. It's been a month since we've seen so much as a coin of ours for our work.
His lordship is much engaged with the region. He will hear your complaints as soon as he has the time.
And when will that be? At the dawn of the next age? Our people have families to feed. They can't wait forever on the Terran's whim.
His lordship...
Oh, for love of Lady Augusta, just leave. No.
Someone's creeping around down there. Go check it out.
Oh, vaya. Vaya, hombre.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes.
Be careful. Someone is coming.
¿Puedes entrar en sigilo? No. Esta señora no es No es la especialista en sigilo, así que... Vamos a ir a lo bestia, como siempre. Cantidad de... raíces mortales, raíces élficas. ¿Por qué tienen tantos venenos en los huertos esta gente?
As you say.
¿Qué es lo que
They
estoy
say
haciendo?
if you toss a coin over your shoulder into that fountain, you'll come back to Denerim. Provided the Owl's Chamberlain doesn't have you thrown in the dungeon, of course.
Interesante.
I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly.
Espera, tenemos que poner los disfraces.
Hurry! My lady does not have much time. Are you all prepared? I will go distract the guards.
¿Para qué sirven los uniformes si no es para entrar?
These two know who is allowed to come and go. They will not be fooled. But the uniform should work on most of those inside.
Vamos.
I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes.
Oh, se me ha ido la pelota. Perdón. 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 Se me ha ido la castaña y he ido para adelante antes de decir que tenía que esperar. Llevo demasiado tiempo jugando ya. 1 hora y pico.
The servant's entrance is on the other side of the house. Yes, and wherever he goes, do it. I will be.
Vale, pues vamos para aquí.
As you say.
We will need to fight shortly.
Ya está. Son guardias normales, así que tampoco tienen ninguna oportunidad. Además, vamos súper ensangrentados. Creo que lo de ir disfrazado, pues no sé hasta qué punto, Ahora tiene que decirle Liliana lo suyo, que es dormía con los perros. Bueno, no esperaba eso, Alistair.